What's going on, people? It's Greg here with another Excel VBA tutorial video. Today we'll be going over how to save a range as an image and attach that image to an email. So let's get into it. Alright, so on the left, I've got my VBA editor. On the upper right, I've got a table with a list of stocks. On the bottom right, I've got an empty folder. And with our macro, we're going to save this table as an image into this empty folder, and then with our macro, we're going to send this image as an attachment in an email. All right, so let's call our sub save range, then email, and then we'll declare our variables. We're going to have table as range. We're going to have myPic as a string. And then we're going to have myPath as a string. We're going to have to use a worksheet. WS is going to be our worksheet. And then we're going to have CHT as our chart. Let's do ChartObject. And then let's do our width of our picture. So let's call it lWidth as long. Then lHeight as long. And then for the Outlook portion, we're going to have OutApp as Object, OutMail as Object, and then strbody, our string body in our email, as a string. All right, so now let's set ws equal to ThisWorkbook.Sheets, and the sheet name you can see here is S&P 500 stocks. So let's call it S&P 500 stocks. And then we're going to set table equal to ws. Range is going to be from A1 down to C11. So A1 colon C11. And then myPath is going to be equal to the path here to this folder. So let's right click, copy address as text, and then put a quotation here, paste it, add a backslash, and then myPic is going to be equal, let's call it best performing stocks. And then let's go ahead and throw the date in there as well. So format date. And let's just do a simple month dash day dash year. And then just in case you want to save multiple pictures on the same day to prevent any overriding issues, let's go ahead and throw a random number on the end. So we're going to have a space, and then to keep this line going, we're going to use an ampersand and an underscore. And then let's use the worksheet function RandBetween. So RandBetween between the numbers 1000 and 9999, and then this is going to be a JPEG. So .jpg. All right, so we've got myPic and myPath. All right, so now with our table, what we're going to do is copy picture, and then xlScreen, comma, xlPicture, and then lWidth is going to be equal to table width, and then lHeight is going to be equal to table height. All right, and now we're going to set our chart CHT equal to ws.ChartObjects, and then we're going to do add. So left, let's leave that at 0 for now. Top, we'll also leave that at 0, and then our width is going to be equal to lWidth, and our height is going to be equal to lHeight. All right, and then so with CHT, we're going to activate it, and then with CHT, which is a chart, we're going to paste and then export to our file name, which is comprised of myPath and myPic. And then we're going to have our filter name, which is JPEG. Alright, so at this point, what we're going to have to do is delete the chart. But before we continue, let me go ahead and comment this out so we can see like what's going on as it stands. So we're going to save it and then run it. And you see what happens. The chart's created here. It's saved on top. And then we have our file that gets saved. And it's called Best Performing Stocks. And you see the date and a random 4-digit number between 1,000 and 9,999. And you see with the left, we left at 0, and the top, we left at 0. Let's go ahead and delete this first. And then let's add 50 to the left and leave the top at 0 and see what happens. And you see it's moved over and it gets saved again under a different random number. Then let's add 200 to the top and see how that looks. It comes down here. And you see why we have this delete. So we're going to want to delete that after it gets created. So if I run it now, you don't even see it now because it's deleted. But we have our picture saved into our folder. Alright, so let's continue on to the Outlook portion. So we're going to set OutApp equal to create object Outlook application. We're going to set OutMail equal to OutApp create item 0. Alright, and then we're going to have our string body, strbody. And let's go ahead and set some of the formatting there. So we're going to have our body style. With a font size. And I'm sorry, I need to add a quotation here after the equal sign. So body style, and then our font size. Let's go with 16 font. Our font family. Let's go with Arial. And then let's continue this on to the next line. So ampersand underscore. And what we're going to do now is say hi team. And let's use a paragraph break. Please see attachment. And then another paragraph break. And then let's use another ampersand and underscore to continue. And then at the bottom, we're going to say thank you, comma, with a regular break, a regular line break, and then Greg. All right. So now let's go on to say, let's do on error, resume next. And then with OutMail. And let's end our with. We're going to be sending this to, let's say, team@abc.com. We're going to CC, no one, BCC, no one. Our subject, let's go with S&P 500 top performing stocks 2023. And then we're going to want to display the message before it gets sent out. And then HTML body is going to be equal to strbody up here. And then we're going to want HTML.html body again. And then here's where we add our attachment. Attachments add. And then it's just going to be myPath. and myPic. All right, so got that. And then after our width, our OutMail width, we're going to do on error go to 0. And then we're going to want to set OutMail equal to nothing. And we're going to want to set OutApp equal to nothing. All right, so let's see what we got here. So we see the file got saved. Appears to be something off here in the code. Let's find it real quick. All right, so we're going to let's take this out. I spelled display wrong. Okay, so let's add this back in. All right, save. And there we go. So now we got, hi team, please see attachment. Thank you, Greg. And then we've got our file that we attached, we saved. And here's our subject. Here's what's going to. And then, yeah. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Have a good one.